had to join the army 1 month.
No. Yeah, people, women that were in the secret, like in the how do you call it, intelligence, they have to serve until they're 24, a month every year. But all the rest, like me, when we're released from the army after 2 years, we don't have to. And also, if a woman gets married, she's released from this, even if she's in the intelligence.
At the beginning, you said something about this kind of religion, of Zionism. My question has two parts, it's twofold. The first one, you think that is still strong, and for example, among the youth. And the second question is, you can say, you have talked something about this, but you can say something about the revelation that give substance to this religion. For example, many of us was struck by seeing many soldiers in this kind of trip. Today in Yad Vashem we have seen many soldiers, many explications about identity of Israel, about the history of Shoah, and we have seen many soldiers everywhere. So I have this twofold question about the strongness of these religions today, and the second one, which are the pillars. Which are the pillars, you know the pillars, which are the pillars is something like that, support, which are the main ideas, you can say main ideas.
So, I think that this Zionism is getting stronger in a bad sense, because it's getting nationalist, even fascist in some ways. We have a lot of fascist rules that were made in the parliament the last year, because the parliament now is the most right-wing parliament we ever had. So, and we have a very large political party that its people came from the Soviet Union. Because I don't know if you know, but Israel had 1 million people came from the Soviet Union since the last 20 years. A lot of people came. So these people, I feel that a lot of them are they feel very frightened by the Middle East. They feel very frightened about the Orient. A lot of them say that for them the Orient and Arabs are like Satan. I know it's in Russian culture it exists. My family comes from Russia originally, so I know it also from my family that even there in the culture it's already built that Arabs are something very, very frightening. It's like something evil, something it's like the Satan, something like that. So I think that it's strong. So unfortunately, I feel the same feelings with these people, that now some of them became parliament members, and there's a parliament member, Anastasia Michaeli, and you can hear these people how they talk about Arabs and the Middle East. It's like they feel like total strangers, and they just hate everything about it, And I ask myself and them, so what are you doing here? It's like, it's very hard. So these people, they make rules against that against Arabs. They just want to kick them away, against Muslims. Very racist rules and fascist rules.
You can give an example of these racist rules?
Yes, for instance, there is this rule that is now, I think, almost accepted. It went through a few stages and it's almost completely accepted, that you have to declare that you are loyal to a Jewish state. If you don't declare that you are loyal to a Jewish state, they take away your citizenship, whether you're an Arab or a Jew. And also, there is this law that you cannot talk about the Nakba. You heard about the Nakba? The Nakba is like the disaster of the 48 war for the Arabs. Because the 1948, the State of Israel was established, and there was a huge war. The whole of the country was in a war, the Jews against the Arabs. So, and then the Jews won the war. So a lot of villages were people had to run away or they were kicked out. So a lot of Arabs lost their homes, and a lot of Arabs were killed. So they call it the Nakba. The Nakba is like a disaster. So for us, the 1948, it's like the Independence Day. It's a very happy day, but for them, it's the most sad day. It's a terrible day. So there is a law now in the Israeli parliament that you cannot talk about the Nakba. You cannot even say that there was a Nakba. It's a very radical law, and I think it's a very ugly law. Because, you can say there are at least two stories here, so you can hear the Jewish story about being happy about the 48 war, but there's also another story. And you have to tell it and you have to hear it because it exists. This is a lot of people's story. People lost their homes and were killed and injured and lost their families. So you have to be able to say it and tell it, even if it's not the whole story, even if it's just one story. But in the Israeli parliament, now they're trying to make a law that you cannot talk about it. So I was a little carried away.
Okay.
Now I have to remember what the question was. Yeah, okay. So now you can see this religion is getting more extremist. Like if you asked what are the pillars of Zionism. So if the pillar is having a Jewish state, that now it's getting more extreme. It's like having a Jewish state and not even allowing people to not be so happy about it. It's like you must be very, very happy about it, even if you were an Arab and even if you are a Palestinian and even if you don't have citizenship, you're supposed to be very happy about the Jewish state. And for some people, it's not such a happy thing, and it's realistic. But like now, the Zionist religion is like getting so extreme that for me it's very sad and very frightening. So I don't know.